I believe the recording of the part one has been made available. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. You can check it out on Live Page YouTube channel. So the recording is there, and it has been made available. So please, you'll be doing yourself a whole world of good if you go ahead and watch the recording. So there are some couple of announcements that I'm going to be touching on shortly, but I want to start as early as possible so that we'll be able to cover as much as possible also. Okay, so you're all welcome this afternoon. Alhaji Taufik, you're welcome. Everybody, you're welcome. So welcome. Can I be able to see everybody? Just adjust it so that I'll be able to see everybody that has joined us. Okay, so we are looking at profiting through events. Like I said, we started last week. There were a couple of things that we looked at. We look at the business case for an event. Last week, we asked ourselves the question, why events? Why does events? Why do people do events and all of that? We look at all of that, okay? So, but before we go further now, I want us to just go to all our communities and let them know that we are live. Let's go to all our communities and let them know that we are live, okay? So one of the other things that we also looked at is that events are already part of our culture. Events are already what? Part of our culture. So people already show up for things like wedding, naming ceremony, right? Church programs. We attend all of those things. And you see, our culture goes with us anywhere we go to. As a people, especially being Nigerian, whether you are listening outside Nigeria or anywhere you are listening to us from, our culture goes with us, right? We've seen cases whereby people will want to do naming ceremony and they'll shut down everywhere, even outside Nigeria. And that's very, very hilarious, because sometimes you just wonder that, why do people have to spend so much of their hard-earned fund like that? But that's to tell you the impact of culture. And I also mentioned that you don't ride against the wave of culture, you will ride with the wave of culture, because it's very, very important, okay? People do naming ceremony in Nigeria. You see people do remembrance, and there's even one in Yoruba culture that they'll say that that the dead body is not sleeping very well, so we need to rebury the dead body. So these are cultural things, right? And we also say that it's not really a Nigerian thing too, but the dimension we use in doing events in Nigeria is what is actually unique. We've looked at the unveiling of products. Samsung will do an unveiling and it will be mind-blowing. Apple will release a new product, they'll do unveiling. In fact, a whole lot of them, sometimes they'll even do it 2-3 times. A whole lot of upcoming brands too will do such thing, and they'll host an event, they'll host all the YouTubers, they'll host all the people that are key man in that, stakeholders in that industry. They host them, and it's always a very lively one. People have the opportunity to play with the new phone. In fact, at most of those unveiling of new product events, the product they are unveiling, you can't even buy it there. Right? You can only place order. I remember there was a time Elon Musk unveiled the Cybertruck. And the Cybertruck, the vehicle, the Cybertruck is a truck, an SUV with a bucket at the back, drove on stage and he threw a ball and threw it at the box, because he wanted at the Cybertruck, the vehicle, because he wanted to prove that vehicle is bulletproof, right? So the glass was not supposed to shatter, but eventually the guy, as he threw it at the glass just shattered. So these are events because they are live, right? Of recent also, you're welcome, sir. Of recent, he also unveiled, in fact, that one was one of the most mine, because I joined that event live. He unveiled the self-driving car. A self-driving car that drove itself. It's a 2-passenger, I think, cyber taxi or something like that. That's the name. They called it, and it was taking, it was driving people around. This was live. People were inside the car. The car was driving them around within a particular, within an enclosed estate, right? So these are all forms of event, okay? some of the most valuable company on earth do this event all the time. Of recent to Aliko Dangote Cement to be precise, did an event and they were celebrating. In fact, the first time they crowned somebody Mr. Cement. That's the man that sold the most cement. He's a distributor actually, and they gave him an SUV, LX600 2026 model. It was handed over to him. So event is not a new thing. So a lot of companies does event. It just depends on the approach that you take. If you can still hear me loud and clear, just type event in the chat room. If you can still hear me loud and clear, just type event in the chat room. I want to be sure that we can all follow me. Okay. So today, what I'm going to be doing is that as I'm doing the recap, I'm going to be making sure that, thank you very much. I need more feedback. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Rodney. I'm going to be using live page upcoming events as the case study at this time around. So in case I'm touching on some of the things I touched on last week, it's just for you to get the recap. So what I'm going to be touching on today is quite much, but I hope time will permit us. So the real question is, so beyond the social capital that the event will give to you, right? The social capital, which we touched on some of them last week, the question we need to ask is that, what is this event bringing to the table for me? As a realtor, what is this event bringing to the table for me? Because if an event happens and I didn't make money from it, it doesn't really make any much sense. What's not the essence of the event? If all I get from the event is inspiration, emotional highness, because there's something called emotional highness. People are high on emotion at that very point in time, right? If that's all I get at an event, as a realtor, that means I want to speak it in Yoruba. What it automatically means is that there are still so many. It remains small, make it rich. Yeah. There are still so many things that needs to be touched on. Okay. So beyond the social capital, what is this event bringing to the table for me? So if you do not understand how the event works, because I'm going to be touching on you also holding your own individual events, because see, as a realtor, you must have a fundamental understanding that you are in business for yourself and foremost. I don't know whether somebody get that. You, whether you are a staff, realtor, salesperson, your number one understanding is that I'm in this business. I'm a business on my own. I'm a business on my own. I'm a brand on my own. Right? Mr. David Ola is sitting down beside me. He's a business on his own. Because if people don't buy him, there's no way he can bring people for events. There's no way he can host an event and people will gather. Okay? So there was something that we did not touch on, which is, I'm going to touch on that, but I'm still doing some recap from last week. We didn't touch on the process, okay? What you do after event, which is where I'm going to be, the process of events, what really happens. How do you milk people that attend events, right? And you see, let me even give what I call it, it's a testimony too now, even though we are not in church. So I went to speak somewhere on Sunday, and it was a church. So I finished speaking, I did everything I needed to do. Some of the things I thought too, I did it. I gave out free book, I collected all the church member attendance. So when we were done, I mean, of course, naturally when you finish speaking, people will come and meet you, greet you, snap picture with me. So a man came to meet me, said, I finally meet you. I finally meet me. Where are we? Do you know what he showed me? He showed me the charts between Nifemi and him, where Nifemi sent him a certificate of completion for RMP. So, I mean, that's to tell you the power of event. It will go before you. It's not God, but it will go before you. And that's the power. I've never met the person before, but the person has met me. Maybe the person is even on this call. If you are on this call, please, just comment that I'm the one that met you on Sunday, if you're on this call. because I'm very sure that that person too is already in the community.
Yeah.
Right? And I was so excited. And that's the power. So that means the person has met me, listened to me, watched me, listened to OC, and he has never even met us physically before. That's the power. So you understand, it's already shaped a particular perspective, right, about the whole thing. Okay, so very, very important. So one of the things I also mentioned, which this is going to be doing, and the reason why I'm taking this recap is not because there's nothing to say, is because I want us to. I just felt that last week when I was listening to you that okay, maybe because of the distortion, some people could not pick practical things to do. And see, like I said, it's not about you being emotionally high. It doesn't make sense. When you're emotionally high and you don't know what next to do, when the emotion leaves you, that's the end. And you understand? Do you understand my point? So now we are talking about end-to-end summit. That's the reason why I want to slow down and touch on everything touchable today. And like I mentioned, if we don't finish, maybe we'll just continue next month. Okay? So end-to-end summit is 60 days minus 3. Today is 20. That's 57 days to go now. One of the things that summit is going to do for you, and please note, the summit is hybrid. There will be people that will join live in the room in United Kingdom, right? And there are people that will join online. But that does not reduce the quality, whether you are live or this thing. Everybody will still, everybody will still, I want to say get blessed. Yes, they'll get blessed. They'll still get the quality of delivery, okay? So it's going to position you as a brand. Because see, the reality is this. Let me give you an example. Even though you are not a speaker, right? One of the things that we are going to be doing is this. Please help me to note this. Let's do end-to-end summit and put I'll be attending, so that you know that flyer. So for instance now, Mr. David Ola is sharing the flyer of the event, and he's also sharing the flyer that I will be attending. People don't need to know whether you are going to be attending physically in the UK or online.
Yeah.
What it has automatically does is that all the brand, you have positioned yourself as a brand that can be stand side by side with every brand equity that LifePage and all the speaker has. That's one of the things I was explaining. I don't know whether you understand my point. And it's also going to be introducing yourself also, your personal brand also. For instance now, especially for those that are new, if you are new into real estate, this is too important for you. You see, perception is stronger than reality. If for instance, probably before you join real estate, let's say you're a class teacher. In the frame of mind of some people, you're a class teacher, there's nothing else that you are. And so if people are thinking of, maybe they're having a conversation, and I have 100 million, maybe somebody's having a conversation, and I need to buy oil palm plantation. They won't think of you because they think of you as a class teacher. Okay? So you need to now introduce your brand to people. And you cannot introduce your brand to people without now, you can't create a perception about yourself without people even knowing who you are. Who are the people that you are carrying? For instance now, sometimes last year, I was still having that conversation with our team today, that there's a particular company that a guy was dragging online. And every single day, the guy will come. And now we don't even hear about the guy again. Every single day I said, what that has done is that it has cloud people's perception about that organization. If that organization is building 1,000 houses today, there must be, bad news spread faster than good news. Yeah. So they will do a lot of spending on PR to revive or to rebuild that reputation. That was in 2012. There's a particular company. Because of this video is going public, so I won't want to mention it. That company, every Tuesday and Friday, and Tuesday and Thursday, center page of Guardian, center page of Punch, they are the one that will take over it. 2 leaves like this. And they were selling houses. And coincidentally, that same company, it was that same period that Lagos State introduced what we call the Lagos Homes. So they were more or less, in fact, the Magic government was building a house and he was selling house cheaper than government. So it was a major company, a very young chap, very innovative, pricing innovative, selling innovative. It was, the guy was, he was just pulling out a lot of innovation. He dusted a lot of companies there in terms of housing. A lot of companies could not even meet up. As in, where people were selling houses for as much as 100 million as at that time, he was selling it for like half the price. So it was a lot, I mean, a lot of mess. And suddenly something happened. One of his buildings collapsed. He couldn't use the name of that company today. Because as soon as, even if you Google the name of that company now, it is that bad news that will show up. It is what? That bad news that will show up, not the good news. That's the thing about perception. The image you put out there. So as realtors, we must be very, very careful. And that's why I always tell people, especially realtors, people that are joining realtor, please be careful the number of companies you sell to. It's not because I want you to just sell for life page. I've been saying this not because of, in fact, there were people I spoke to about. There's a particular company, but those ones are not, they just collapsed of recent now. It's just that they are not popular. They just collapsed. And I told the person, I said, don't go, because the person was close, I said, don't sell for that person. Now, I told you, I said, you are done when it comes to real estate. I told the realtor, I said, forget it. You can't fit from real estate again. Say because your reputation is gone forever. Because in this game, trust is the, we are talking about it then. Let's go back to, so I mentioned all of these things, and I also mentioned what is the need for realtors. Number one, your credibility. You're going to make, it's going to give you a lot of credibility. The way people see you, people will trust you more. People will trust you more. That one I can tell you. People will trust you more. Okay, let me give you a practical example. Let's do a case study now. Somebody that has never met me before. The person has never met me before. Had me on real estate conversation on Friday. Had me on real estate conversation on Friday. And he told somebody that is his brother that he has known for 30-something years that I need to talk to this man that is meeting me online for the very first time before I make a buying decision. And in a way, his brother wanted to get angry, and I told him, no worry. Thank God he called me. I said, no. I said, business and family is not the same thing. He wants to take a buying decision, and that is the reason why we put real estate conversation together. And he was like, it doesn't mean that my blood brother, you know, he said it to Yoruba. Forget that those
Is it not because he told you?
It's a bio. So we need to pay attention on it. Credibility is very important. Cash rewards. You make money. You make money. On Tuesday, I was still having a conversation with some of these interns that we are bringing on board, and I told them something. I told one of them, I said, see, if he's making money from real estate, real estate will give you money. That one, I can guarantee you that, and all of that. So, and it will also give you brand. It will position your brand. It will give you your network, passive income. You will receive a lot, and you'll be asking yourself, where did this money come from? So let's quickly look at the process after events. The process after event before we. Okay, no. Okay, yeah, let's look at that. Let's look at that quickly. So I want us to write now, because we've not touched on this. And it's a case study we are going to be using. So the case study is we are using End-to-Own Summit. So it's practical session. We are using. Okay. We are using End-to-Own Summit. It's a practical session. So I want us to follow this process. So number one is that after the event, of course the event will come. We'll still look at all the things you need to do before the event. But this one, I just want you to have an understanding of an overview of how this event help you to achieve. Is going to help you to achieve what you need to achieved. So number one is events, the event itself. On the day of the event, that event is maximum going to be like 3 hours, or let's even say 4 hours, maximum 4 hours. But realistically, there is no way we can say everything we want to say within 4 hours. Realistic what? Is not possible for us to say everything we want to say within that hours. It's not possible. Why? Because 80%, 70 to 80% of the people attending the event are meeting us for the very first time. So, event follows the KLT model. And that event, that's where they are going to be knowing us. Most likely they will like us. By the time they hear OC, they hear, they will, I like these people. In their mind, they will say, how I wish I know these people. How I wish I know that. How I wish I met them 10 years ago. How I wish at that event. That means there's a connection already. And some measure of trust too will be built. Offers will be given at that event. Madam, here today, no problem. I mean, I've mentioned the modality for the event, but I'll come to your question. So let's drop our question so that my flow of thought will not be distorted. Okay? So, at the event, like I was saying, offers are going to be given and all of those things will come up. And until clarity comes to the people because of our own model, right? Our model, there's always a place of clarity. That's why there's always a training that follows every event. You might call it training, you might call it overflow. We call it overflow. The last event we did, we call it an overflow, right? It's more or less like another clarity session. It's still the same related conversation. That's for those that want to buy. Because from every event, there are two legs that you get from it. Those that want to do partner with you, those that want to partner with us to sell, those that want to be your downline, is one leg, right? Another leg are those that see, let me just start investing right now. That's the second leg. Because there are some people that they will just refer people to you, right? There are some people that they will refer people to you. So for those that want to partner with you, that want to become your downline, automatically those ones are going to RMP. Offers will be made to them that day. For those that say they are showing interest, that they want to buy, those ones are going to come for overflow, which is usually happening the following Friday. So you can categorize after event, there's always going to be a training. And please listen to this very, very carefully. These are places where people make mistakes from. Most of the time, people want to segment people by themselves. No, you cannot. Myself and, how many of us? Myself and 6 people, yes, we are 6, can attend the same event and take different decisions.
Yes.
Can take different decisions because we are all at different stages of our life and we all have different experiences. Right? I've shared my own story before. How the investment, so the way I see investments, I see it as a rescue mission. But there are people that went to school, their father was alive when they went to school, everything, paid school fees, went to PTA and all of those things. I was having a conversation with someone. I said, I don't have living memory of my father coming to PTA, father and mother coming to PTA, coming to matric, after matric is convocation, after matric is convocation, all those things. You understand? But there's no way his impact will not be felt. There's no way to what? His impact is not felt. His impact is felt. Even though he was not there physically, he was there in kind. Are we together? So, the people take decisions based on their level of experience. People take decisions based on their life challenges and the stages of life that they are in right now. Somebody came to see me on Tuesday, and the person we were discussing about is all his investments. He wants to start consolidating. So I had a session with him, and I was discussing with him asset optimization. And as I was sharing with him, it was just like, he said something. He said, but sir, why did you share this thing with me? Since yes, 2019 was when we had our last conversation. I said, no. I said, that message did not make sense to you 6 years ago. It is now that it will make sense to be used. Because that 6 years ago, 2019 event, that was when he attended. At that point, you did not have any property. So it is hot for your body to acquire property. I said now, the stage you are right now is optimizing those assets that you have. I don't know whether people are still with me at all. So if you are still with me, just type events. I want to be sure you are still with me. If you are still with me online, just type events. The people here physically are pressing their phone. They are not with me, so I can see them. And the person on my left is she throw away her face. All the other ones are pressing computer. Okay, Mr. David is with me, so I'll be facing him. Okay, so yeah, good. I want to just be sure that we are all following me. Okay, so then after the event, after you have taken them through the next stage, which is like, because what that automatically means is that inviting them for the May end-to-end summit is not where your work ends. That's where I'm actually going. All the English I've been speaking. That's not where your work ends. It is the overflow. That's where sales is. It is the overflow. It is the RMP. It is the following activities. That's where your work is. Several times we've hosted events that people watch and play, and they even take buying decision. And people that came live are still wondering. So the last time we were in the UK, I met one of our team members. It was not team members, like partners. And the man said, that me I don't like to listen to Dr. Olumide Emmanuel again. Every time I listen to him, I used to have sleepless nights. I said, but it's a good thing. No, it's not a good thing. So I'll just be thinking about my life. And I don't like to be thinking about my life. Oh my goodness. He was saying it, the person was very serious. I was just like, which kind of thing? I said, but no, it's no, the thing don't be entering. So I beg, and I don't want that. Say, hey, he said, I said, yes, that means he's entering. He said, if not, some people have been listening to him donkey years, they did not make any step. He said, sometimes you will have done a lot of work, by the time you now listen to the man, say you look like your life will now look like you have not done anything. You not be say that will just be thinking. Wow. I said, and that's the way it is. Okay, so like I said, after the event, there's an event. Okay, and you need to understand that thing. And let me now touch on this dimension again. There are some people too that they don't want to come for another event because of the nature of their work. Everybody in the UK here, I know that there's a lot of work activity going on to bring in a lot of UK people, volunteers into our team members and into our community. And most of them are going to be bringing a lot of UK people. And most of this, everybody are on the, whether UK, US, and all of those, number one, time zone. Number two is that the people are juggling a whole lot of jobs together. Today, this morning, early hours of this morning, I was telling somebody about the event in the UK. And I said, please let me quickly change. Okay, thank God, I don't have shit that day. And that's the reality. I said, no, I must be in that room. I said, but I don't have shit. Thank God. So in case, let me quickly log that day down. So in case there's any shit that want to enter into that event, so it will not enter. So please, let's pay attention. So you might be the one to do the closing. If they don't come for, please, if you send them replay, they will not watch. Some of them will not watch. Some of them will even watch it halfway. So please take note of that. Please let's take note. You might be the one to do the closing yourself, okay? Or we might have to organize something different entirely, maybe a one-on-one session with some of those people to be able to do the closing, okay? And if you know that you don't know what to say, or you don't have what to say, please, it's Louisa that carried the remote of the AC. So in case you don't know what to say and how to say it, get somebody that has the required knowledge to say it on your behalf. Please, that one is very, very important. That's even the reason why we set up the real estate conversation. In case you don't know what to say, get somebody that can say it better than you. You've not switched it up. Okay? So then afterwards, follow up. You keep constantly doing the same thing. It's wash and repeat until they buy. It is what? Repeat. Repeat it. Repeat until they buy. That's the way it works. That is the way it works. So until they make a buying decision, you keep repeating the same flow. Okay? And part of the follow-up, continuous activities too is going to be site inspection. Some will send someone. Actually, let me say something which is very, very important. A lot of, when we just started, when LifePay just started, a whole lot of people show up for site inspection. In fact, more people show up for site inspection than the people that eventually buy. But now, the reverse has been, you see, COVID has changed a lot of things. The world that we lived before COVID is not the same world now. If we sit down and really think about it. Because I've been mentally thinking and getting ready for this event. And I said, that's true. People will go for site inspection, then our retention rate was like 30 to 40 or 50% of people that show up for site inspection. But this time around now, even the people that have bought will not come for site inspection.
Very true.
Today, we're still having a conversation. Someone said, no, it's not site inspection that is my problem. How can people pay for something? I'm going to see it. They say, no, that's not what I want. They are not wondering that.
They are in the majority now.
And that is the majority. But the beautiful thing is this, which is where our work is. You see, for every new, you need to now think deeply. And this is statistically proven. Almost everybody that show up for site inspection eventually buy. I'm telling you current data. Even one few site inspection where 2 or 3 people have gathered site inspection, they always buy. So site inspection is very important. It's part of your post-event activity. Even those that send representative. So don't just say, just send us video. Sir, can you send someone whose sense of judgment you can? Even that statement alone. You mean I must send someone? Yes, you must send someone. That statement alone. What you have automatically, maybe some of us don't understand what that statement is third-party authentication. That's what you have done. If the person that he said that eventually said, that place makes sense, so say, it makes sense. It makes sense. We have plenty that were. We're like, there was a time, this last satisfaction we did find, someone said, we almost 1,000. I was like, which I did it take attention? And we were like, how I wish we did this. Internally, when we were doing review, how we the best, we're almost 1,000. It was, that place, the land is big. We're just seeing land.
I like that one.
Do we understand the logic behind this whole thing now? Okay? So very, very important. So let's now quickly look at, we looked at what is in it last week. So now, excuse me. Let me take water break, please. Quickly now. So one of the things I want us to do quickly. Number one thing you must do now, assignments. I have assignment for everybody. Or homework. What's the difference between assignment and homework? Same or same. So I have assignment for everybody on this call. And please, all our community managers, let's post this assignment in all our group. Everybody must have a list of who they want to invite for the event. A list. You must compile a list. It's either you are compiling it virtually or you are writing it physically. You must compile the list of everybody that you want to invite. This might look, how would I put it? It might look too basic, but it's very, very important. You know why? Have you ever started writing guest list for event before? In your head, you are inviting 10 people. By the time you start writing, you have written 50. How did I know 50 people? That's the power of writing. Our writing and our brain, there's a unique connection. So try to write it down. All the people you want to invite for this event. See, this thing we are teaching is not theory. We've tested it over. I mean, there are people here that have listened to this version of program over and over again. And when they implement, it works. So if you don't implement, you won't get result, and you'll be saying the thing is not working. It's not my own problem. Because what I'm saying, anytime I'm doing it. So write the names of all the people you are going to be inviting for this event. Write it out, or you have a list. It's either digital copy of all the people you want to invite. And you know, one of the things too is this. Let's now say by the time you read that, now say 10 people. How will I invite 10 people? What if only one of them buy? Those are the realities that we don't on you when you invite 10 people. Okay, so write the list down of everybody that you want to earn and you want to invite. So there's a layer I want you to add to it. Separate those that have done business with you before from those that have not done business with you before. After writing just separate them. This is the first time we're adding this layer. Those that have done business with you before, there's a particular type of communication you are going to be giving to them. Those that have not done business with you before, there's a particular type of communication you're going to be having with them. Because most likely, the first set of people most of us are going to be inviting are people that, friends and family, that we know, that have bought from us already. Are we together? So after you separate them, you separate them. You are sending invite to all of them, or you separate them. For those that have bought from you before, what you are going to be selling to them is optimizing whatever they have bought. Let them come and learn how to optimize it, because it's part of the things that we are going to be discussing at that event. We are not discussing asset optimization, but they are coming to learn. Because see, what is really end to own all about? Because what end to own is basically all about is for them to come and learn how, instead of them working for money, how money will keep working for them. Because that's really all about it. Because there's a stage where we all get to that our energy, physical energy to work will not be there again. And that's the reality. Eventually we all get there. Okay? So what are the things that you have put in place will now be what will be speaking for you. So for those that have come, those that have purchased from you before, optimization basically is one of the things you want to come out. Because part of optimization too, one of the things they will learn there is that maybe somebody has bought one plot from you. You have been telling them to buy 1 acre, but they won't see it. It is when they show up, they'll not say, the kind of life I want to live when I retire, one plot cannot help me to achieve it. You know that communication to that person is going to be separate from somebody that has never even bought from you before. We're having a conversation of recent. You know, how many of us had in the news? There was a guy that they met cocaine worth 20-something billion, 20-something.
The player.
No, cocaine. Casey luxury.
Okay.
I'm just wondering my answer.
How much was it?
Cocaine worth 20-something, 32 billion. Cocaine.
32 billion.
Yes, even the car in his compound is in billions.
How much is that?
He was doing video. It was the video one that even caught me. How can you be boasting that you have a Maybach 2 types and I'm the only one in the world that have two type of? Are you an artist? When you are not the video or Maybach is a Mercedes Benz. You go there. You need to have to go and Google that type of Maybach. You have 2. I don't only have 1. I have 2. You can't speak correct English. But that's not even where I'm going. Where I'm actually going is that, yes, Mr. James, thank you, 39 billion worth of cocaine.
39 billion.
Yes, the cocaine, the street value of that cocaine is worth 39 billion. Even the people that did the calculation, they buy cocaine. But that's not very So, I was not thinking that all these boys that are, some people do money ritual, some people do money laundry, they say they are doing TikTok and all of those things because, I used to think that, okay, all this money that some of these guys are doing, they are buying car and all of this. I say it's good though. But are they not in the same country that some of the people that have made that same money, time pass? As soon as they fall sick now, they will now carry account number. We should start donating money for them. I was telling them in the conversation we had that I said some of this, I didn't want to mention them. I said this one, they will still donate money for kidney failure for this one. Then because he's drinking his life to death now. And the thing doesn't show up now, he's in his 30s, doesn't show up now. By the time he's now 60 something, the money will have gone, fame will have gone. It's season by season now. You will now say that we now did something with our money. Should not come and contribute, never contribute to you. Will cry blood.
I will not contribute to so.
Because is that not foolishness? If you are making money now, it's not better you use the money to tie down assets. He said because asset is a savior. I love the way Dr. Olumide Emmanuel put it. He said there are 3 types of Lord. Jesus Christ our Lord, Judge the Lord, and Landlord. See, if you have Lord of land, you can always convert it to cash. It's just a matter of time. You can always convert it to cash. It's simple. Because the day you drive a car out of a car lot, it has depreciated. It's a simple, look at all these phones that we all carry. You buy it a particular amount. If you want to resell it to that same person the following day, even immediately, he won't buy it from you. That amount. Does that not speak something to our brain? Because I was telling the guy, now they don't cash the guy now. If to say don't use that money tie asset, at least one guy don't go cash. The guy was so foolish, he wanted to run away, he went to run through the airport. I was wondering that, is that these guys are just so dumb? I just conclude in my heart that if this is the only way they can make money, they must be foolish. That's the reality. If this is the only thing. Because you can't be smart. I mean, sorry, where were we? Why did we even get here? The things of the because some people, that's when you will realize that what you actually have in terms of life is assets. Because at that event, we are going to be able to show a lot of people that see, you need to optimize the asset that you have, and you need to even buy more. Okay? And at that very point, one of the other things that you need to now do is that I've shared this several times. I don't want to do demonstration. You need to also classify everybody you are inviting to the event into this 4th category. I've shared this several times. Every prospect you are inviting, is there willingness to buy? Those that will buy? Is there financial capacity to buy? Those that can buy? Can buy means that there's financial capacity. Is there some can't buy but they have the will? So you need to segment them. Because some people, the reason is it when you hear a response like all the time, knowledge. The person is responding that way, not because he does not want knowledge, he's responding that way because he's broke at that very point in time. Instead of them saying that, sir, how can I make money from this event? But out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So he was just vomiting. Maybe he has a bill. So you are the one that will now know that, okay, from the look of things, this one, let me just recruit this same person. Because they have seen it before. Somebody has met OC before and just said, he said, you two you are a developer or something like that. He said, so you two you are part of them, the people that don't deliver. The person too is a developer now. But when we were small, they used to send us messages. So you have go and meet so and so. Dr. Beating Riwa. You two have seen Beating. Okay. So these are some of the things you'll be able to. This categorization is very important, and that's why I said you should write them down. So you'll be able to know the people you give all your energy to. If you are bringing in 10 people, you might not need to categorize them. If you are bringing in 100 people, you might not need to categorize them. But if you are bringing in like 1,000, 200, 300, you need to categorize them. Some people you need to call them because they must attend. Some people is only reminder you send to them. So those are the realities. Please, power the. So what are the platforms? Please, let's quickly look at platforms. let's look at platforms that people are going to be using. Of course, people can join. So we are looking at the platform from 2 dimensions. I think this is where I'm going to be. This way. So we're going to be looking at the platform from 2 different dimensions. I think even if we round up here to this, not bad. So, of course, there are people that are going to be joining. That's answering Madam Yetunde this thing, because part of your pitch will be that people can join virtually, people can join also physically in the United Kingdom. So, answering your question, Madam Yetunde, is that if you want to join physically, you can only join us physically in the United Kingdom. Okay, so if you are every other person are going to be joining us online, so you can join us on YouTube or on Zoom. So that's the way it works. Okay, so we have 2 platforms physical. Then what are the platforms that you can use to bring in people? What are the platforms that you can use to bring? Number 1, family and friends. Number 1, family and friends. Family and friends. That's your family and friends. The platform you can use to bring in people. Family and friends. Invite your daddy, your family WhatsApp. Nobody will dismember you from the family if you post from. So number 2 is your existing community. Church community, association of Edo and Benin people. Association of all the people bearing Melissa, association of all the people bearing Alice, association of all the people bearing Sunday, choir member, association of Akwa Ibom, student association. You just have all those things in school, sir. Akwa Ibom student association.
They do.
They still have it, okay. All those associations that you have joined now, they must be useful. This is where we will know whether you have network. So those are the 4 set of people. And you know, this or your all existing platform, they know you already. They do what? They know you already. I mean, if you put it in your family WhatsApp group, they can't say, what's the meaning of this? They know you already. So those are more or less like low-hanging fruits. If you are very active in your church or your mosque, in any religious organization that you belong, that's why, see, as realtors, you cannot afford not to be doing volunteering work. It's a cheap way to access some kind of people. It's a very, very cheap. Let me give you another example. I'm a member of a particular club, and so they are, in that club they are like satellite, smaller club. There's a bigger club, there's a satellite clubs, and so one of the president, when I was the president of that my own satellite club, one of the presidents that will start as president together, we usually have a meeting at the president functions. So the person, of course, sees my status and all of those things. So there was a particular need, a gap, that they needed to do something in their church. I mean, this is like one of the biggest church in Lagos, but they are traditional church. People don't know them. They are not this Gen Z church. That all these are YouTube church and Instagram churches. You understand? So, and the reason why I mentioned that is that when they told me the number of people that will be at the event, I said, I'm coming, because the event was going to be a Friday, so it was going to clash with something. I'll come, I beg. Don't even do flyer for me, sir. I'll come. So he just reached out to me and said, my friend, how are you doing now? Please, can you speak so and so date and all of those things? I was like, which one be all this kind? This time. And I said, okay, what's the nature of the event? By the time he was giving me the description, I said, don't worry, I'm available. Don't worry, everything that day. Where I'm actually going is this. That same person, I remember they has attended some couple of our program before. And on the platform that we belong to, I've posted real estate conversation, I've posted a lot of our events there and all of those things. So that already shaped my perception. Because later on, I mean, yesterday night, I was just thinking, because I was putting together what I'm going to go and say there, even though it was still 2 weeks time. And I was thinking that, what even make that to think about me? It was like, okay, what I now begin to reflect. I want to check, okay, which group do we belong together? Okay, she belongs to 2 of our community group in life page. And I said, okay. Because that's the thing. Existing community that you belong. Imagine, sir, you post on your family platform. You post on your family platform, your brother pick it, put it on his work platform. They pick it, put it on their church platform. They pick it keeps what?
It keeps moving.
Moving. It keeps moving. Okay? Very, very important. Okay? Existing platform. The next is people within your, of course, part of the existing platform is people within your network. Then now you need to do sponsored ad. Somebody type advertisement in the chat room. Type advert. Type advert. Just type it in the chat room. Type advert in the chat room. Okay. You know the reason why I said we should type that is this. The people that are selling a lie, they are advertising. You that you are selling a true, you are not advertising. People that I don't know whether you have ever seen somebody sell something to you and the thing did not work, but the boldness at which they used to sell the thing to you, you never wonder that. I mean, it has happened to me before. Is either the person does not know that what he's selling is not working, or I don't know.
Unusual
Boldness. As in boldness.
You find that in Computer Village.
Yes. They will be telling you this. Or if you are in the days of Molo, I don't know whether people still set things in the car.
They still do.
They still do ahead. But in the days of Molo,
That's true.
car. The person that is telling you to buy toothache, all the teeth has finished in the person's mouth. But the boldness that we and people will buy, people will forget to even look at the teeth. But because of the boldness. So advertisement is very, very important. I want to encourage everybody. Even if it's 50,000 naira you want to dedicate. 50k. Even if it's what? 50,000 naira that you want to invest, especially if you have chopped commission before. If you set aside 50,000 to use it to do adverts. And listen, this is the kind of video that you are going to do. You are going to download CapCut, right? First of all, you do download CapCut. You don't need paid version, you need free version. You will record a 30 seconds video of yourself. This is the second assignment too. This is the second assignment. You will record 30 seconds video of yourself. You put it inside the when you are doing the video, you must wear your best. You must speak with a convincing voice tone, not a bedroom voice. Please come for this event. No, there must be boldness in your voice. Okay, so a 30 seconds video, you now take it to CapCut. You put yourself, not the one life page does. You yourself, you are the brand now. You tell them, I am inviting you. So anywhere you say that in the beginning of the video, one of the things that you now put is that you put the picture of yourself, because the reality is that all our team members cannot help you to edit the video. So it's a very simple, it's almost impossible. They are even doing overeating already. So there's no way they can help you to edit the video. So you can just download CapCut, you just slot in the flyer at the beginning, then you put the flyer at the end. You upload it. That's the video you're going to use to do sponsored ad. For those of you that can do sponsored ad, yeah, fine. For those of you that cannot do, we'll give you a video, you go and watch. You'll be able to do the sponsored ad yourself. All you just need to do is to have a Facebook page. If you have a Facebook page, you can do a sponsored ad. And if you follow that video they are going to be sharing with you, that sponsored ad, if you do 50,000, right? If you target, there's a way you can target people in Nigeria so that they'll give you quality people. Let's even say that one is costing you, let's say, 250 naira for one lead, right? 250,000 naira divided by 250 is going to give you about 200 people. It's going to give you about 200 people. So that is in addition to the people that you already have within your community. If 50%, if 50 or 50% of them show up for the event, if another 50% of the 50% that show up eventually join partner or buy, is that not a good deal? Is that not a good use of 50,000?
It is.
Is that not? We are not getting any videos. Some people are not following me online. Is that people can't hear me online? You will do the video yourself. We are not giving you any video. You will do the video. You will carry camera. All of you that say I'm camera shy, you face it. Somebody is camera shy here. She doesn't want to look at me. You will face the camera. If it's rubbish, post your rubbish like that. Is it not you that want to invite people? Are we together? You must be comfortable, because when you want to spend the money, you will not take permission from me to spend the money, so you will invite people yourself. Okay? So those are the set of activities that we are going to do. So let me see whether there's still a lot of things to talk about, but
So can you run through the process again?
okay.
Events.
Okay, I should run through the. Okay, I will run through that shortly. I just want to see whether I've touched on everything that I need to touch on. Okay, I think post-event, that process covered that one. Okay, so one of the things, let me quickly touch on this. So I told you how you separate, I've touched on all of that, okay. So, I think we need to touch on this. We will spend extra 15 minutes, please. We need to touch on this. Who are the people you need to bring? Who are the people you need to bring? Number one, people with spare time. Or I think let's put it this way, people that have control over their time. People that have control over their time. People you need to invite for the event. The people that have control over their time. Number two, people that. So let me explain number one so that we the people that you need to invite, people that have control over their time. The reason is this, when you bring in people that have control over their time, it's easier for them to take it as business, especially if they are going to have, if they are going to become a partner, right? It's easier for them to take it up as business. So you need to pay attention to that. Number two is that people that are gatekeepers. If you remember the course we took last month, there are people that are gatekeepers. In this category now, I'm using the word gatekeepers in terms of authority figures. People that have authority. Authority not means opposition. They are not the same thing. That's why I'm explaining this. It can be a gatesman that is going to attend that event. Do you know that there are organizations that the gatesman and the MD are in the same WhatsApp group? I don't know whether you've thought of it before. You know there are some churches, the GO and the gatesman, they are in the same WhatsApp group. And in that organization, they used to tell them that, oh, post what you are saying. Oh, some people are not getting some of these things. So you will post it. Initially, I was like,
since when?
Since when? When did you start? And that's the reality. That is the reality. I don't know where that thing came from. Okay? That's the reality. That's number three now. I hope I've been able to explain who the gatekeeper I'm talking about. So not necessarily gateman. It can be HR. Number three, authority figures. Pastors. All the pastors in your district. All your pastoral friends. All the pastors. See, one of the greatest breakthrough you can ever have is they give you the opportunity to come and sell your products in a ministers' conference.
It's true.
If 500 pastors are there, that's 500 congregations. I'm giving some people code. There are pastors there. You have not been attending ministers' conference. You better start attending ministers' conference. Go and join the committee of the people organizing the ministers' conference. Okay. Authority figures. There's one ministers' conference that are part of the people that coordinate. I told them, I said, see, me, I don't want to. I just have one video that I want to play. And because of that, in that one video, I'll play the video. I'll give a free book. You know the tactics now. If I play the video, I give free book. I'm collecting all their numbers. Then after that, that's all. There's nothing. I don't need anything. And I'll buy water for everybody. In return. That much the water cost me. So authority figures. So recruit pastors and imams, head of mosque, and all of that. Then number 4, influencers. Some of us have influencer friends. Some of us people that used to dance on TikTok. 5,000 followers. If you can't dance, you have people that used to dance. There's one of my, I don't know whether he still sees me as his protege, but let me use the word protege because the boy is big now. I've invited him for a live page before in those days, but then he was doing comedy, but now he's a big musician. He's big. You know, do you remember the book that I showed you? That time I invited him, but the guy is big now, so I chatted him up, so he replied. Only for him to tell me that he's in problem. Later I now heard that his Oga has been arrested. His Oga has been arrested in UK. He has done when we had one gratitude party in SBLS. He didn't look like this now. Some of us can't know him. Yeah. He's a big boy now, so he's in London. And I said, will you still be in London? You know, when we are having their no, said that I think they're even back in the country now. And I was even surprised I was going to my father, my kineko, but now. So if you have influencers, right? If someone like that, the guy has on TikTok, he has like 1.something million followers. Even if you just do one video for me.
My kids. See my kids.
Like everybody here now, they know him. He went to sing for the video. That's the program he went for. He went to sing for the video. He told me that I said it was the video that all of them were in the same private jet together. So if you have friends like that, it's going to be a powerful stuff. You have micro influencers and mega influencers, okay? So those are the people you need to bring for the event. So I actually wanted to invite him to come for the event. Okay. Yeah. I wanted to invite him, but so then number 5. Pay attention to this number 5. If you can still hear me, type this number 5. Women. Invite women. Women. Invite women. Type it in the chat room. Invite women. No, write it this way. I must invite women. Don't write number 5. Write it. I must invite women. Even Jesus needs women.
True.
Even Jesus needs women in his ministry.
So at the back end.
Yes. I must invite women. See, there are very few, for those that are married who understand what I'm talking about. There are very few decisions that a man takes until the man I'm not trying to be madam, but women are powerful. Okay, let me give you a practical example. Now, you see the reason why I say women must invite you. A woman that is within our network, I don't know whether she's on this call, came for a program in the UK. She brought people along. Now, only women, they do that kind of thing. Man, don't they carry handbag. Mrs. Ajetutu came, one of our customers. She brought all the children to the event. Women are powerful. Come and listen. As OC was teaching in that day, he was telling daughter,
And that's true.
That's it.
Even them as partners.
That's the thing. So write it again. If you want to write it the second time, I must invite women. So that you will not be saying that I must invite women. I must invite women. Who are the people that went to meet Jesus when Jesus? It's not. Okay. Then who are the people that you must invite?
Mommy Gio.
Yes, all the mommy geos. They have influence. So.
I must invite women.
I don't know. Let me share this. A man wrote a book. Right? The book was struggling. And how many of us know NHN? She's a very popular socialite woman. She runs a prayer group. And NHN saw the book. And I said, and she announced live when she was doing Instagram live. That this book is very nice. So I think we need to be using this book as part of our prayer book. All the printed copy of that book finished that day.
Wow.
Amazon give the book rating. Because when they finished the book, they were just telling people, yeah, you can go to Amazon to buy. People were buying and buying and buying. Women. Okay, no, if you like, don't invite people.
I must invite women.
When the man want to publish another book, do you know all the people invited?
That's connected.
Excuse me.
Let's see. We can work out.
So you don't need prophecy to tell you that you need women again.
MFK.
Women are powerful. Then number 6, people that like you, people that have interest in you. People that like you, people that have interest in you. I think this is where we'll be stopping today, even though they're still I'm on slide 18 and we're supposed to stop at 30. So
We have just gone that far.
So I'll just take questions.
Next one.
So apologies, women, don't be offended though. I was actually praising you.
Yes. Women are powerful.
Define everything to text for me.